What's up, everybody? Weston here again with the Hidden Gibbon, back with another DeckTech video. Today we are going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be going over a Rule Zero commander deck. This is one I have in my personal collection and I like a lot. It's going to be a partner's deck. And so the conversation is going to be kind of around Rule Zero having talks and in your play group, what is something that's allowed and what's not. This is going to be a bracket 2 deck. This is called the King and Queen. Enjoy a good rule. Zero. And you can probably tell by this guy right here who the commanders are. So we have Ayula, Queen Among Bears, and Kudo, King Among Bears as partners for this commander deck. I don't know why they weren't printed with partner. It's very sad that they weren't. Ayula has, whenever another bear enters the battlefield under your control, choose one, put 2/1/1 counters on target bear, or target bear you control fights another target creature you don't control. And then Kudo just makes every other creature have a base power toughness of 2/2, and then makes them bears in addition to their other types. The whole goal about this deck is to get our bears out. We've got a little bit of Ultron in here, a little bit of token making, and then some counters to be able to make our bears bigger. We've got 2 Planeswalkers in here. This one, Nissa Ascendant Animus, is mostly you're going to put the XX Horror into play. It's making its tokens. You can also blow up an artifact or enchantment if you need to. And then we have Nissa, who shakes the world. She'll make a land into a 3/3, but if you have Kudo in play, it's a 5/5 because it'll have base toughness of 2/2. For creatures, we have Acidic Slime. You're going to see a lot of creatures in here that put counters on things, a lot of small things that pump other things. So we have Acidic Slime, though. It's a utility. It's a classic. It's a 2/2 for 5, Death Touch, and when it enters, destroy target artifact or enchantment or land. Blow up somebody's Field of the Dead, Cabal Coffers, things like that. Got Bane of Progress, another classic commander card. When it enters the battlefield, destroy all artifacts and enchantments. Put a 1/1 counter on it for each permanent destroyed this way. Benelish Marshal. It just gives your creatures +1/+1. Champion of Lambbolt. Creatures with power less than it can't block creatures you control. And whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on it. Elish Nord, which if you have Kudo in play, essentially will board wipe your opponents unless they have a way to pump their own creatures. Halsin. He turns a token you control into a bear. We have Heartwood Storyteller, which is whenever a player plays a non-creature spell, each of that player's opponents may draw a card. It's a pretty good card. I like it a lot. Permeating Mass, whenever it deals combat damage to a creature, that creature becomes a copy of Permeating Mass. So get him in play, put some counters on it with Ayula, and then when you play more creatures, go ahead and have it fight those other things. So if they do kill Kudo, they'll just be Permeating Masses rather than anything else. Propagator Drone lets you create some tokens, and creatures you control have evolve. Queen Elenel. She has power and toughness equal to the number of creatures you control, and if one or more creature tokens would be created, you make a soldier as well, which will become a 2/2 bear. Volkmira and Redain. You're going to mostly play Volkmira because it's going to make it so your 2/2 bears fighting somebody else's 2/2 bears are going to live because it prevents 1 damage. We have Rosy Cotton. We have with Scurry Oak. So play it if you're going to play this combo. Play it at a tier 3. We have Scoot Swarm. So if you get lands, you make a bunch of 2/2 bears. Securitron, whenever a creature token enters the battlefield, you get a 1/1 counter on it. Springheart and Nantuko, landfall with the bestow will let you make tokens or copy tokens. Ruxa makes it so your creatures with no abilities get +1/+1. Over here, we have 4 Wrath effects. White Swan's Twilight, which also makes you some tokens. Rout, Fumigate, and Doomscar. We have our 2 token makers overlapping with White Suns and Decree of Justice. You're going to wonder why Last March of the Nth is in here because everything's a 2/2. Well, you're going to be able to put counters on your bears and be able to pump them up. So Last March of the Ants could help you get to the point where you can draw them. It is a little inefficient. I might switch it out with something else. And then we have Ramp in Harvest Season and Tempt with Discovery. For instance, we have Beast Within for removal, Collective Resistance for some both some protection and for some artifact enchantment removal, Cosmic Rebirth to get something back from the graveyard, Throbbing Charm for some targeted removal, and then Flare of Fortitude to protect, and the always classic Swords to Plowshares. For artifacts, I'm just going to go over the mainline ones that I want to focus on. Is we have Anduriel, Flame of the West, which will give your creature +3/+1 and make tapped white spirits, aka bears, when it attacks. Crown of Gondor gives you the Monarch and gives you +1/+1 for each creature you control. Eldrazi Monument and Gauntlet of Power are both going to boost up your creatures. Gauntlet of Power will also help you get more mana. Horn of Gondor will make you some tokens. Horn of the Mark will help you get creatures. Oh, excuse me. We have the Immortal Sun, which will make your stuff cheaper and give everything +1/+1. And Sword of Hearth and Home, so you can blink your bears to fight more. For enchantments, we have Bearscape for flavor purposes. Got to have the bears and make some bears. Mirari's Wake to pump your people and make your lands tap for more. Muraganda to pump your people. Tarmogoyf Nest, so you can put... Oh man, how this card has fallen. It used to be... I remember when Tarmogoyf was like almost... I think it was around $100 at one point. Especially during the heyday of Legacy. And now it is a token on a enchant land. It's very sad. But you can make even bigger bears. You got Innkeeper's Talent. You've got Elven Core, so you can play creatures from the top of your library and make them all birds. And you've got Sylvan Anthem. Lands, we're only running 32. It's a little bit low, but we do have some mana rocks, and we also have a lot of low CMC spells. We also do run 3 Tree City in here, since ideally everything will be bears. Thank you for kind of checking this one out. Again, this is a Rule 0 deck, so it's here to showcase that, like, if you want to do something fun and thematic, just talk to your friends about it. As long as you're not doing something like horribly obnoxious, right? Like as long as you're not playing like Braids and Sheoldred of the Apocalypse as partners, your friends are usually gonna let you do fun thematic things like this. Me, I've gotten to play this a couple times. I've won with it a couple times. I've lost with it a couple times. Yeah, I just love like the flavor and theme to it. Well, everybody, as always, I will put the deck list down in the description and in a pinned comment. I thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next DeckTech video.